And good morning, WPPL. This is Tele Tanker of the Black Pants Legion. I'm joining to you live on my cave in Finland, and it's surprisingly sunny outside. I'm not entirely sure if I like it, but that is something I have to deal with for the summer. I have had a break for a couple of weeks due to real life shenanigans. My lovely father in law has arranged some shenanigans and so forth and so forth. But it's good to be back on the wheel. I should be here uh, blocking the waves for about 1 hour and 40 minutes. I will let the guys coming in next have some breathing space for setting things up and so forth. So that is something that we are going to run with. Also, sorry for the notification sounds. I have my ADHD gaming modes on, and I'm still getting used to this whole streaming thing. But no, it's been interesting times. A lot of things happening inside the Ivory Tower of Legion, and also in the WPPL with a lot of contests regarding unique skills people have and whatnot. There's so much going on that I haven't really had time to follow everything, but it's good to see the auxiliary being really active as well. Because if you guys don't know, it's our public facing Discord. It is our line for everyone who feels like it. Take part in the community, whether they are interested in BattleTech or something else. WPPL is more like a variety TV, which I do generally see as a good thing. We do have the whole Text Talks BattleTech thing and the other stuff happening. So, yeah, that is a thing as well. Anyway, I'm just here for some chill gameplay and some interaction if that happens. And I have to start deciding what I go from there. Farming Simulator didn't happen because I haven't touched the game for a while, and I still need to figure out the map to play. So I know this is an old school RuneScape stream, but if you guys happen to know a nice forestry-based map in Farming Simulator 22, that would be very nice to know. Because there is not many of you in the channel yet, and there might not be because this is the completely forsaken time because the Australians are at work. Most of America is still asleep. Us Eurotrash are at work. Well, those that work normal hours anyway. I am currently just studying until autumn, and then I will have to get back to the grind, as it is with everyone else. I'm just looking through a lot of mod activity lately. It's good to get taps on what's happening on the channel. But no, like Bulk and the crew have been doing Lightyear Frontier, and they also did some nice stint of like Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe or Open TDD. that game, for those that like, let's say, um, planning games and like train and transportation simulations. It's a game that has been updated for, I think, 20 years, and it's free. So if you haven't even ever touched that, you should give it a go. It has, like, for such an old game, it has managed to go through like iterations that will make it, I would dare to say, quite future proof. And because it's an old game, it literally runs on potato. And I think it goes without saying, well, it should go without saying, you don't have to be online. So it's one of those magical games you can play when offline. I know it's not necessarily something that, you know, everyone needs to deal with nowadays, because unless you start lurking in the deep forest like I do, you generally have like internet access of some form. But it's still good to keep in mind. Sometimes the uh, bandwidth you have to operate with is very limited. And who knows, like the workscape is changing like rapidly. At least I can notice here, like there's more and more chances for people to work from home. Uh, but there is also try for some traditional companies to go back to, hey, now you have to spend time 9 to 5 from office again, and or just taking the completely different approach, which means, well, um, you are going to be working from wherever where the client demands, so you go all over the place. Excuse me, I need to have some coffee, sweet coffee. Um, so yeah, no, it's a it's a changing landscape, but I do know that a lot of people like are driving to either extremes, so they have to work away from home for several weeks or even months, and then you have people that, well, will be working from wherever or working from home. Sorry for the background noises. My dog is a little bit tired because I'm streaming on his nap time. We just had the walk before the stream, so he wants to go to sleep. And he's so used to being close to me, so he's now like, why are you talking? Why are you making noises? I want to sleep. That dog gets like a ridiculous amount of exercise and attention. I'm so happy to give it though. Because dogs deserve it. Trademark. And there we go. That is now another badge in the model mine fulfilled. I'm not sure, like, do we mostly have old school RuneScape players here? But if we do, welcome to the stream. You are watching a filthy casual play, so no breaking records here. I I still say stay out of like high level PVM, because That's kind of scary. And I would have to, like, rub my two brain cells together to make that happen. I fully get why people like it, and obviously it's a great way to make money. So there is that. And I can see the reasons why people like enjoy it, because um, it's kind of interesting, because this game turns into, you could say, one of those rhythm games you see, like a lot of like Dance Revolution vibe. Because unless you are operating with the text in mind, you are going to have a bad time. And that is the whole, like, I played most of my old school in the time where, like, tick manipulation was maybe surfacing, but was not so min-maxed. But something, but excuse me for a second. I do need to pet the dog to make him calm down. So that was another dog petting break, because you guys know that's important. You need you need to pet the dog, because I have a chance to do so during the day. So yeah, just putting it out there, that's important. So I will keep doing it. Pet the dog, poop the snoot. I am sensing that um, he wants to go. Yeah, he wants to go outside again. We were just there, so we are having this negotiation happening. He will quiet down in a minute, because he needs to learn to, well, suffer the fact that he does not always get the attention all the time, because he's a spoiled little doggy. He's a mix between Yorkshire Terrier and Cotton. So for those in the States, it's like 9.5 to 10 pounds of dogs, which is, I would dare to say, relatively comparable to cats in most cases. And cats can be also large, like even twice the weight, not necessarily the size. But yeah, he's our adopted family member, and we love him very much. It's just that, like, I think it's something that kind of happens when you have an only third child. He gets spoiled with attention, not so much with treats or anything like that, because I don't find that very like healthy. Like, it's because he is such a small dog. Um, like, if you give him like like scraps, like some people do. They give the dog scraps from the table. Uh, that can have some very adverse effects. Mainly due to the fact because the weight of the animal is so small. So if you give him, oh, I just gave him a couple of pieces of sausage. Yeah, it's currently you are giving like 2% of the dog's total body weight in treats, and especially in the kind of treats they really should not be eating. Processed human food is not for them unless you are something like in a diet. No, yeah, you need another pet. Come here. Akira, tule tänne. Sorry, I have to speak him like he's not multilingual yet, so I need to um talk some Finnish to him. Tule tänne. Joo. Yeah. That's one way to approach that, yeah. Yes. Yes. I got the great beast. He's now with me. He's now with me and I'm petting him. Because otherwise he's been abandoned. He's been abandoned by me. He can spend time alone, but and he doesn't even bark, but he acts spoiled when when we are around. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I need the dog cam in some point, but that's not happening until I move my workspace to another room because it's stuff that Twitch doesn't like. Because it's I have to process brass as a part of a side hobby. So yeah, no, Twitch doesn't like that. But yeah, the dog has been now gloriously petted, so thank you to Itamu for that. And another drink of coffee because that's my that's my life nowadays. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I should probably put some music on and see how hopefully that is not too loud. Then I will switch it to random and start the sea shanty. Why? Because I can. Like, this is one of my favorite songs when it comes to the game. I'm not going to, like, I'm not going to start avoiding, like, old game songs to XYZ, and as long as Jack says they are safe to stream, I'm going to be streaming them. Because again, like there is probably piece of this community that will like keep playing old school RuneScape just for the pure nostalgia factor. And I need to say that I'm like one of them. Like they are really engaging in good parts of gameplay nowadays, but it is it is a dopamine trap. Like it really is. You watch numbers go up, and then you want the number go up. To be fair, that's a lot of other games as well, so it's not like this game is the only one. Well, like... Speaking this, I'm not going to lie, but that's, well... I like at least I do have the time that like every once in a while like I just pick one of those like old money making methods that I do on the side while I'm like listening to a lecture or doing something, but I have to say though I'm not entirely sure why you're burning 1000 swordfish for. But I, I guess you have your reasons. By the way, like there might be something. Yeah, fair. If you're cooking 1000 swordfish, yeah, like swordfish is definitely it's a stable food that you can still get in reasonable numbers, and if you have like this amount of fishing, they come by relatively fast. Or you just buy them and cook them, because that is a thing. Are you playing Iron Man or just filthy casual like me? Because I have been very tempted to touch Iron Man, but I don't really have the time, to be completely honest. Yeah, that is fair, and let's face it, not everyone needs to be like playing some of the hardcore modes just to stream or do something else. But like yeah, the just like Iron is definitely, the standard Iron Man is definitely the most interesting as a concept for me. I kind of play semi-Iron. I'm like I am still gathering a lot of those things that I could just buy off Grand Exchange, because that's the way I like playing this game. But like it would just be a breath of fresh air. But I don't think I could ever like main an Iron Man, if that makes sense. Like it would always be an old account. But like I still have a lot of things I want to do with this account, so that does have to wait. Maybe it's something that if I ever get maxed, maybe that's then something that I start to play. Who knows? But there's still so much stuff to doing this, and so many different account types. Like I'm really happy where the game is, and even though I might be somewhat conservative when it comes to some stuff, I do like the new changes coming in. There is that like subset of community that will say that like they should keep as much of the old 2007 scape as possible, and yeah, sure, that is fair. Like that is a fair point, but I have to say though, I like where old school RuneScape is and where it's headed for the moment. And I've been looking through some like old gameplay because I quit this game when it went to RuneScape 3, more or less immediately after, and I came back maybe 4 years from when the old school RuneScape was released. So, but even in that time, compared to the videos I saw, like with RuneLite and incremental upgrades. Yeah, okay, yeah, that is also fair. I know that there were some shenanigans with the like the way of the forester, like I like that is something like I kind of like the events, but I also noticed that now as I'm cutting like magic locks of all things. Like sometimes when I need something where there's the minimum amount of interaction, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it in a forestry world, even if it would be better money-wise, because I do find some of the events very distracting to the way I play. Hi Timagio, yeah, this is old school RuneScape of all things, played by a filthy casual, for a community TV variety channel. And this is, I basically, I have to say, I didn't plan to stick myself to Motherload Mine for stream and talk, but I did Tempras last time, and this was something that I was doing. I was checking this place after they made this rebalance change and change this Motherload area, so I think it's at a nice point. So even a person that happens to rub his remaining brain cells together for everything, I can get decent amount of XP per hour and keep the train running. So I generally think it's a nice thing, but now it's another dog pet because petting a dog is important.
Tule tänne. Akira menee sitten nukkumaan. Joo. Mene pötkölleen. Joo.
I have the habit of being those weird people that talk to their animals a lot. There's some keywords he understands to calm down, because I do still have some amount of streaming time to go. So he just went and started laying down there, all depressed and abandoned and all those things that are horrible in his life. He probably gets attention of two dogs, what most people would consider, because again, I can be at home when my spouse is working, and even when I go back to work, we are going to work at different times, and my main income is going to be part-time, so that dog has to spend maybe 3 to 4 hours alone in a day, and for the rest he's always accompanied by a human that pets him and takes care of him and has time to, you know, have a day nap with him. So that is good. And that's the way I want to keep it. But yeah, this is yeah. Thank you for sticking by. Like, this is my it's good to see people taking part in the stream in this obnoxious hour, and old school RuneScape is one of those games that it's quite popular with streamers, but I try to say this nicely. It's definitely something that gets played by late night goblins in their prime time. Which is, again, not wrong way to play games, I'm just saying. That it's definitely something that I can get more viewers at this time by playing Farming Simulator 22, and even though it's a popular game, on its own, it's definitely not old school RuneScape level, but you could say that part of old school RuneScape streaming crowd is it's old big names that play at the very late hours of the night, or they play for ridiculously long streams, which is fair, to each to their own. But it's good that I have this platform to be casual, and it's good to belong to WPPL streamer crowd. We really do have a nice variety with everything, and every once in a while the big names come in and play stuff on the channel. But I like that we have very low barrier of entry, so I should not have done it that way. Anyway, yeah, it's something that it's something that is good. That obviously we do have a vetting process, but it's not out of the ordinary. And you get to share a lot of the resources and some other stuff that come with this whole thing. Obviously, it's completely up to you whether you use them or not. But no, good to be here and good to be doing things, because streaming is something that I have always been interested about, but I have never had the drive of try to do it full time. And it's not even let's say a poor self-image or something like that, because I am what I am, and I'm a soapboxy fan that usually is mostly comprehensible. Not always, but mostly. So it's the primary reason why I don't think I'm not doing it is that It's not that I would not be able to cultivate the skills. It's just that it's just the fact that it's also a big time commitment, and I don't want every casual thing or a hobby thing in my life turning into a side hustle or business or something that my income relies on. Because, nah. I'd rather be a filthy casual. Because at least then I get to blame dad instead of like not working hard enough. And I have so many other things I work hard enough in. Like taking care of this great beast that is now like patting me with his front paws because I haven't scratched him enough from the right location. He's definitely like a very nice. He's a nice doggy, but I have to confess that I have lived my life like with medium-sized dogs. So something in the like size bracket of like husky, golden retriever, dogs like that. So now, as I have this small little fur baby, I do at times wish that like he would be slightly bigger at times. It would be easier to pet him. While I sit and stream, because I have a cardioid microphone, so I'm not there to... Like, my setup is not very easy to move around in. Otherwise, I would just, you know, maybe have a wireless Bluetooth headset and move around with that. But yeah. Anyway, casual shenanigans. I think I need to figure out something. Something different for the next stream. I have to check the requirements for Chalcano, even though I cannot pronounce that. Let's see if that is something that is in my requirement range to do. I need to do the Song of the Elves. I haven't done that yet, and that is going to take a while. So, no, not yet. How about Volcanic Mine? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Volcanic Mine is doable. I think that is something I will do for next time. I'm not sure how it will go. It's the first dangerous activity I will do on stream. I could always do Slayer, but nah, let's do skillet minigames. So it's either going to be Winded Heart or Volcanic Mine for the next time. I think that is going to be a decent choice. If you guys do have some other recommendations, let me know. Those that play this chunky active screen saver of ours. Because that is something that I call old school RuneScape to my friends and to my spouse. They know it as active screensaver due to the way I play it. Oh yeah, there's like due to the play. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Like that's due to the way I played as a kid. So I basically, before this game completed, okay, it was a different account, obviously. For a lot of reasons actually, but anyway, like it's yeah, my brain just rubbed together in the wrong way, so I went like, what I was saying. Yeah, like I played in a way that I completed Legend's Quest and Monkey Madness, and that was a point I was on when like RuneScape 2 transformed to RuneScape 3. So I have so much content, like as you can see here, I haven't still done most of the quests. I should, I know, and I will. And I'm not going to go the collection log route, but yeah, I'm going to get the music, or the questscape is probably going to be the first one I get, because that still offers RuneScape 3, like yeah, I did actually try a bit of that, and I know that for people that like it, like okay, let's skip the whole monetization thing, because that thing is atrocious. Because yeah, I'm glad that that game is the one that is monetized in a way like that. Knock knock. Yeah, but like, and this is not so much like beef with RuneScape 3, but I think the biggest thing for me is how much the combat changed. Like, I do have one friend playing it, and I can like, there's so like if RuneScape, old school RuneScape, is a graveyard of I'm full, because of course I just didn't notice, because you know the whole 2 brain cells thing. Yoshi, yes, I'm doing something else. Like a couple weeks ago, I did I did play Tempras a couple of weeks ago. Then I had some real life shenanigans, and yeah, now I'm back here mining. I'm not sure how much better than it is than wood cutting, but you know, still. And yeah, like for me, the combat, like how it tries to mimic like other MMORPGs, even though you can basically turn it to classic mode, I just don't like it. Like a tick-based system, like we have in RuneScape, it does not lend itself very well for the type of combat system that is in that game. I generally think that is my biggest trouble with that game. Oh, I didn't actually like. I might have to touch the RuneScape 3 again, but that's going to be a while. Like because like again, the gut feeling I have from that game is maybe from when did RuneScape 3 get released? Let's see. It was released in 22nd of June 2013. Even that's a while ago. It's now 11 years old. Oh yeah, that's definitely something I heard my friends say. Splinters, like it's definitely like even though it's in quotes supposed to be the same trademark, it's not. And now I need to spy the numbers because yeah, like it's still like very much where I guessed it to be. Like RuneScape 3 is 1/5 of the current player count of old school RuneScape at this time of the day. So again, well, we all know that player count doesn't tell, everything, but it does paint a story. At least with old school RuneScape, we have like enough of folks keeping it alive. If not for the nostalgia, it's for the sake of addiction. If nothing else. And I do think, even though they released their mobile client with a state that was not very good, it has improved. Yeah, yeah, dance like I have to say that like that is both like shame. Like it's something that I like when it comes to gold farming. Uh, like I would like that this game wouldn't have bots, and you know whatever gold people want to buy would be through bonds. But alas, it is not, and but it's not completely a black and white issue. Like it's still pretty much happening because you know if you buy the whole year, this game's yearly subscription is currently like $75. Like there are a lot of places in country where it's not insignificant part of someone's yearly income because yeah that is something that I'm not intelligent enough to discuss, but I'm also intelligent enough to admit that this is probably not the place, as it is not with a lot of current events. I think we have enough of that and other things from the news. Yeah, fair enough. I just wanted to comment on that. But that's like it's definitely like interesting, like how like old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3 are different when it comes to monetization. Like it's good to still have examples where people can pull traditional online games off well, or like pull live service games off like really well. Like live service games are probably one of the worst in nickel and diming. Like I don't mind if it's, again, I don't want to soapbox too much. I don't mind if it's purely cosmetic, but when it's a competitive advantage, like I say like this, even though I wish like games like Path of Exile would not do their whole bank tap thing, I do also like acknowledge that well, they do need some form of revenue stream. But there are games that will put you know, essential release behind the paywall in a fully priced game. But it is how it is. And like I don't have a hate campaign against some publishers, but lately people releasing games like Assassin's Creed and the Star Wars have been really upping their game in how they want to push the fear of missing out, like pre-order stuff to their limit, and also push people to use their like live service, like okay, this is a thing. I'm relatively thrifty as a person. Like I operate on the level where my interests have to justify themselves. Like, if I'm not using a subscription, I don't want to run it. Yeah, no, Yoshi, that is fair. But yeah, like, if you haven't looked at Ubisoft's like monetization model, like, no, that is a lot of money to pay for 3 days of playing the game in advance, and I try to hold into my policy of not pre-ordering games in advance. Yeah, Dance, that is fair. Like, the last one I bought and played was when Division 2 had this, I think it was Warlords of New York bundle where you could get the Division 2 and the expansion for something like €8. So I bought the whole thing. And the only other game I have on my Ubisoft account is the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, because you could get it for free like a couple of years ago. Oh yeah, no, like I'm still not going to pre-order that game, like Defense Force 6, but that is mainly like, it's not even the no pre-orders policy, but I don't have like I don't have any of those games yet. So if this is the game where my friends or fellow legionnaires will start playing it to death, yes, I might bite the bullet and buy it full priced. But if not, like, the latest iteration looks like that. Again, it's incremental changes to a long-standing format, but I think 6 might really be a nice point to get into the series. But it's definitely something that I tried it at a friend's place. I did not like playing it personally, but I liked watching it being played, and it looks like a solid piece of fun. I am definitely giving it that. And I really do hope it succeeds. It's good to see, like, yeah, but I do have like limited gaming hours. Like, again, as I said, like, I can play a lot of things on the side, but what I would consider like an active play, I have limited hours, so that is something that is keeping. And I don't think I will ever finish like even most games in my Steam library, but even from stuff like Humble Bundles and, you know, gifts from people, personal purchases from the sales, I'm still looking at, do I want even to know? Let's see. I have 465 games, and 12% of those, well, from their achievements have been completed. No, and I think it's perfectly viable not to finish games, but like I also have to I'm already a loot goblin when it comes to some other things. Like in some games I play, I'm a loot goblin, and in some real life scenarios, a part of my living is being like a loot goblin. So I don't want to basically make a Steam hoard of games I'm not going to play. So I try to be more let's say thrifty when it comes to money, because I do have other man-child hobbies. Oh yeah, Cape Raid, yes, this is a Moonlight mod called Entity Hider. That will hide other people, because especially in some mini games, some of the areas will become quite crowded, and it will actually yeah, and like it's hard to click on things, because if something drops on the ground, you will have, you know, a list of these boxes, and it does not hide players in the wilderness and so forth. So yeah, it's the way I like to play it. So there's also fearless distractions. But yeah, like it's in this type of environment. Oh, yeah, in regards of achievement hunting, there are a couple of games I really liked it on, but I haven't been ever able to fully commit. I do have one friend that basically 100% most of the games they buy. Like I know that they have bought a game partially due to the fact that it has a lot of achievement, and you know they can get a large number of points in you know, Xbox Live or something. But it's their way to play things, and they are living a life where they can commit that much time. So for me, it would not even be possible, because, as said, like I'm a filthy casual, and I don't think it as bad. Yeah. Okay, Yoshi, that's fair. Like, and it's not like a, and I don't necessarily like, for example, mind achievements, especially as like it can sometimes, if they're done right, they can push you towards, like, trying different types of gameplay, which can really be a good thing, because Edgemouse as a lovely active screensaver is, you know, number go up. If you don't ever try some of the other things, yeah, it is, it can get quite repetitive. Dance that, yeah, that happens. uh, um, I'm not gonna lie, like it's high-rise buildings. Like can be problematic when it comes to inside building logistics because uh, like I have seen some older high-rise buildings like from the logistics side and inside, and yeah, it can get atrocious at times. Old elevators, and there's usually a choke point or two in the building where you need to wait, and where like you're always running like sardines in a can capacity. Yeah. Regarding like Mech Warrior Online, I do like I do like light gameplay on that. Like like yeah, like playing obviously like you know, tactical lance gameplay seems to be something where like lights can be of immense help, and like I like playing. If you haven't guessed from my like profile picture here in the here in the stream, I like fire starters. So that's one of my favorite mechs to run. Also in Mech Warrior Online, I like running them. And I I like the fact that like there are better lights to kite and better lights to do some stuff in, but like Firestarter for me has enough armor to be forgiving enough. Yeah, corporate, yeah, the some like you can definitely see like the how some animations have been touched and some have not. But yeah, like it would be very interesting to see Mech Warrior Online, where they would add you know, melee, like in Mech Warrior 5. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Cape Raid, like it's and it's definitely some of this stuff is oh, I forgot to take one last thing. But yeah, like it's the animations can be interesting. Because again, they do incremental updates, and I think that's something they don't always fail, and I think I have some. I don't have animation smoothing on, so I'm going to put it on. Like, there are like Runelight Mars like this. That you can see when people have basically touched how it looks in game. And it's a hit or miss because it's also the fact that like when you actually get one of these pay dirts, the animation does not play fully. It kind of changs and starts again. But yeah, like MechWarrior Online is definitely, it's when the lands works together, like yes, you can definitely make a difference with 4 people. Like in there's probably a level there where like you know, the whole team needs to start playing together. So even if the lance does everything, it's not going to be enough to make a difference. But I would dare to say it's still not most of the casual games, unless you are playing against you know, other organized lances. Yeah, like well, congratulations for getting out, Dance. Yeah, Yoshi, I was about to say that, like, and even if you have to stick to specific ratios, like, yeah, it can get very one-sided very fast if you can get 2 lances on one team. Sometimes people get lucky and they fiddle with them, you know, start and they start queuing for game at the same time. Usually you do end up on opposing sides though. But yeah, like it's I would like to see PvP MechWarrior game with melee. Like it, I think it would make for an interesting change. Yeah, K-Parade, I wish the animation smoothing on. And I'm of 2 minds about it. Like, if you look individual, like things, it looks smoother, but mining has not ever been very good animation-wise. Like, let me just go and mine this. Like, I really think they should have left it like that. Like the traditional of the traditional mining animations. They should have left it like that. This thing feels... Okay, let's drop the rocks. This feels janky due to the way it stops. Based on where you get the pay dirt. I think it would look better as an original, because even though if I switch the animation smoothing off right from there, it's still not, it's not good either way. Yeah, like BPL, like in MechWarrior Online. Why not? Like, and playing against the people, yeah. Like, why not? It's, and, well, when it comes, like, I have played my share of MechWarrior Online, and I would like to get back to it in some point. But, and I want to see the game thrive, but it has some things where I'm not sure if some things will go away without a complete engine remake and change. Like, for me, the potential for melee has always been a big part of like big stumpy robots, even though that it is not always ideal. But you know, like something, for example, that I have seen in Megamech is running one of those 45-ton fire starters with a sword. That is pretty cool. And yeah, I think Chargers is a good example where like it's going to be, haha, you have this instead of like, haha, you have this stupid meme build. It's going to be, yeah, you are going to have a bad time if it gets close. And I do like the fact that like yeah, obviously like some of us here that are not here for the active screensaver has watched Text Talks Battletech, and let's see how many nuggets I have. Not enough yet. So yeah, like they have watched the Battletech videos and they might have a love for the Charger or any melee based. I would not say melee based mechs, but melee leaning mechs. Like, and it would definitely like make some gameplay very interesting. Like I think, you know, when you have that Atlas with battle fists as a light, you definitely want to get close, but you don't want to get too close. And I fully acknowledge that like like I would be getting the front side of the melee due to the way I play in that game, because you know, if that assault managed to turn on you, you could say you could have a bad time regardless, but yeah, at least like there would be another way for you to attack. And I think it would be a great way to reward you if you get close unnoticed and, you know, start the engagement with melee weapon and then a salvo of lasers or flamers. And yeah, like Dagapults would have a better time. So there would be something rather than, you know, a moving wall of thing. You could argue that, like, when you have spent all of your ammo in the dagger builds, you have already filled your role if you manage to hit even something. And yeah. And like I think it also would be the fact that like when you have even that small addition, I don't remember the original rules. Does using melee produce heat? I think not. So it's unless you do like a charge and melee from that. But if you are just pummeling, you know, the other making short range, I think you have at least something to use while your mech is cooling down. And you know, the whole Highlander meme with death from above. That would be very interesting to see in like in MechWarrior Online, because well, just doing the good old like Goomba Stomp would be like interesting. I'm of two minds. Like I think like the sweet spot would be that they added melee. Like I don't think like what mechs would lend themselves very well for that game, or like lambs. Lambs, like yeah, yeah, you're not wrong, Yoshi. I the highest form of MechWarrior Online with melee and, you know, quad mechs and lambs would be that urban mech lamb. Yes, I was about to say that lamb Irby. Oh. And you know, like it would be the stable, you know, when people would be there playing seriously. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be doable as a cosmetic melee weapon if they want to milk that cow. But this is also something that had me thinking. Like, if we go for new MechWarrior game that is online based, I think some of you have played MechWarrior Living Legends. There's a lot of potential there, but like I would like to have like the old school Battlefield / Battlefront game done in the BattleTech University, just like you know, MechWarrior Living Legends, but with a modern engine. Like I think if you could get a lot of things done, yes, yeah, VTOLs and, you know, vehicles and battle armor. Hell, even if you can just, you know, throw in that, you know, throw in looking for like NPC infantry there. Like it's and it's like I would like to see the fact that like it needs to be something like it needs to be a Battlefield game with like economic twist that either you have a point-based system that you can use. Yeah, you are not wrong there, Cape, right? It might be something in regarding that. But like, yeah, if they could do that game properly with enough stuff to balance and have a point-based system, yeah, like honestly, I think even if it like you could have a PvP mode that would be like you know, with maybe loadouts that would be more like look through, but also that like you would have, you know, basically like an operations server where like you know, you are now fighting for this piece of map. You are now if you lose it, it's going to be the next piece of the map that you fight over toward the other person's base and whatnot. I think there's potential to make it right, and also like make it in a way that yeah, like I hesitate to say planet side because like I do think it needs to be like a round based game. Like the map needs to be big enough, but it needs to be that okay, the match in this hex of the map happens in 20 to 30 minutes, because let's face it, that's what most people will play when they consider like how long they do want the round to be. So if you can, you know, keep the operation going with the round length of about half an hour, and you have like a fixed set of things you can use your points for, and then to engage them. Because I do think a lot of the changes need to happen, like unless you really have a hardcore player base. Yeah, I honestly think Cape Raid, it needs to be something like that, and it needs to be like the main amount of content needs to happen in contested zones, and it needs to happen like either as more traditional like Battlefield or Battlefront style like rounds, or it needs to be something that the objectives will change to the next hex when these ones get accomplished. So it concentrates the battle and so forth. And I'm of two minds how much you won't allow the people to hoard points and carry them over to the next round, because it can be both a blessing and a curse where you allow people to basically win through like economic means that are outside this one specific rounds. Yeah, that's fair. Like again, like I'm not a gameplay designer, but like like as long as it is balanced enough in a way that like if because if we think one battle as 30 minutes, and whether it's attacking, you know, planets or attacking hexes in the map, when one of those battles takes like half an hour, and if you need like you know 6 to 8 of them to win an operation, that's already a really large amount of time. That's a big time commitment, and not a lot of people can make that. So I want to have it so that at least I would like to have it so that like when the battle becomes completely lopsided, it's over relatively fast, and once the other side actually starts steamrolling and winning, you get into a point that you are able to reset from. But if you have like some players locking in or leaving, those people that are coming in are not like completely maimed to take part in the progress while the current operation finishes, for example. I think PlanetSide 2 is doing a lot of things right in regards to that, but I do think the fights need to be more limited. Like there's really good things in a way how PlanetSide 2 is doing things, but a lot of them, like how people play that game, it can really fast turn into cheese fest. Yoshi, I would like to think so. The game has gone through some iterations that have made it better, but I haven't touched that game for... do I even want to know? Will I start feeling old? Yeah, I touched that game 3 years ago. So there is that. So I don't know where it is at the moment, but I hope it's going towards a better place. But yeah, so if some of you start, you know, making a, you know, battlefield slash battlefront slash planet style battletech game, let me know. It would be interesting to see, and yeah, that sounds nice, Yoshi. But that's the fact, like, because PlanetSide 2, it's been, for what it was in the beginning, PlanetSide 2 has survived decently because it was released in 2012. That's a long time for live service game that has been through a ringer a couple of times to the decisions of the owners, I would dare to say in some points. Like in the beginning it was performance, and in some point it was the monetization and balance. And it's like but at the same time, like I'm not entirely sure can you fix some of the stuff in PlanetSide 2 without making a new game, because in some point, like, this is the thing with MechWarrior Online, for example. I think the game has a lot of good, but as it is with, you know, PlanetSide 2 or MechWarrior Online or some of the other games, I'm not sure if, like, anything done with the current engine will completely fix the faults. But that's my 5 cents on the thing. There is a chance, like, well, this active screensaver you have on the background of me, on me soapboxing, this is definitely something that, well, you see what gradual changes with the community can make, even though it's far from perfect, and you know, there's still a lot to be done in this game. And personally, I only know a bit of like PHP and C++ and stuff like that, just for some practical applications. But if coding with somewhat modern utilities is nice, I feel for the game devs that need to do RuneScript in this game. Because from how they describe it, it sounds, I think the polite way to say it would be interesting. So it's awesome that they can make like an old game do something like this. But I think it's also a good example of like, even though they know the system, they sometimes get things wrong. Like in the last update, because they buffed the mining gloves, like you were able to get some ridiculous like XP rates for a very short while. So, you know, they occasionally get things wrong even in their own game. At least they are nowadays humble enough to, you know, go and fix them, because there are some game devs around that don't admit their mistakes and don't go fixing their things, and they will blame the players about them. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, there's like honestly, like I'm like I think at this point, yeah, like honestly, if they actually confirmed that for Elder Scrolls 6 they are going to switch away from the creation engine? Have they actually confirmed that? Or is it going to be one of those, oh, it's going to be a completely revamped engine? So you mean it's still, you know, a Necromance creation engine? Yeah, but it's completely revamped. yeah, so they like usually in one point or another of like Bethesda making something, uh, like it's something that I would describe as polishing the turd. Like, don't get me wrong, like Skyrim, with the amount of love it has been given by the modding community, like it's a really nice game for what it is. It's usually just that though every Bethesda game, the condition it gets released in is quite atrocious. And yeah, even like oh do I want to know this? When was Skyrim released? Because my brain keeps going, oh, it's not that long, and it's like, yeah, it has to be 10 plus years. It was released in, yeah, it was released in 2011 actually. So, yeah. It feels time goes by when you blink too much. But that's the way of things. But I actually like okay, there's 19 of us here. That's a big surprise. Maybe you guys like my soapboxing. Or maybe you just get a chuckle of how weird I sound. But anyway, self-degrading jokes aside, I have to start wrapping this thing up because we might have the next one coming in, and even if we don't, I do need to go. The Great Beast will demand my attention soon. Yeah, yeah. For Yoshi, just to comment without doxing myself too much, I turned 36 this year, so I'm not that old, or so I claim. But you know, it's 4 years until the age crisis. So, thank you for sticking by as this are, and I see whether it is volcanic mine or winded top for the next stream, unless I embrace my inner farming simulator person. So, once again, okay, yeah, fair enough. So, you're in the same age bracket. Like, I am in a good place when it comes to a lot of things. I know some of people of my age that already have, like, you know, debilitating back problems or stuff like that. But I have to confess that, like, I'm basically making movie sounds, like when I move. So you know, I have those. I'm rising up from the chair sounds, and I'm 36. I thought these, you know, filler sounds that I make, you know, when I reach for things so stretch were going to happen. No, yeah, Yoshi, so you have mentioned that in some point, but I keep forgetting. But yeah, like it's a spectrum. My point is that, uh, like even though I have been, like, you know, blessed by, you know, not debilitating stuff, there's still a lot of things that I will complement with personal sound effects. And my neck does crackle like quite viciously at times. So, fun stuff on the way. Anyway, as I tried to leave once already, thank you again. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time when I see you next time. Hopefully next week. Maybe in the Friday stream with the farming crew, but I'm not making any promises because it turns out to be a very atrocious time for me. Not because of my spouse, which is sleeping at the time, but because it's getting increasingly hard to wake up at 4 a.m. for the stream when I have long days that go up to midnight. But anyways, once again, you guys have a good one. Take care. Yoshi, if that would be option, I have tried that a couple of times due to necessity, and no. Nope. Yes. But now I go. Bye.